People in Starkville, Mississippi are casting their vote for the 2012 presidential election. I'll share the details. Meredith, Garvin, Take 30 News. Even though everyone loves coming out to Judy Noble Field and coming out to Left Field Lounge for amazing tailgating food, the big question this year is, will the Mississippi State Baseball 2013 team go and be the second year in a row SEC champions, or will they be well enough prepared to be headed to Omaha 2013? Even though the Mississippi State University Memphis sales store is famous for its wide variety of cheeses, the store is experiencing a heavy traffic flow because it's spring, which you know what that means. They're getting that ice cream. Yes, Jessica, it was a huge weekend in the sports world, such as the SEC Championship and what bowl game the Dogs are going to. I'll share the details in a few seconds. Now let's take a look at some SEC football. The SEC Championship game was played on Saturday afternoon from Atlanta, Georgia. The Alabama Crimson Tide took the field to take on the Georgia Bulldogs. The Dogs were ready to play. Georgia got on the board first on a 19-yard pass reception from Aaron Murray to Jay Rome to give the Georgia lead 7-0. Ward 1 Alderman Ben Carver and incoming Ward 5 Alderman Scott Maynard locked up their municipal seats after no other challengers entered the race before the qualification deadline. The suspect for the Boston bombing that has been in the hospital has been upgraded to fair condition. Investigators have begun questioning the suspect to find out the motive behind the attack. Welcome back. Downtown Starkville was definitely the place to be this past weekend, thanks to the annual Pumpkin Palooza Festival. We were there and we'll show you all the highlights. Starkville, Mississippi is no stranger to Good Samaritans, many of which can be seen wearing pink. October marks the anniversary of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and 1 out of 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in her lifetime. And a big event that took place this past weekend for Mississippi State Athletics was the SEC Big Ten Challenge for track and field. The event was created by State 2 years ago and seems to be well on its way of expanding. Along with Mississippi State, other teams in attendance were Ole Miss and Tennessee, who took on Illinois and Purdue from the Big Ten. Other teams in participation were Louisiana State as well as Missouri State. Mississippi State received 6 first-place trophies, which gave the conference 360 points for the women and 287 for the men.
Well, I honestly think that we did a great job considering the weather, considering the conditions that we had to train in throughout the week. It's cold out here. We had great sessions throughout the week, and to come out and dominate and represent Mississippi State the way that we did, I think that we did very well.
Pets can be a very special part in people's lives. The Oktibbeha County Humane Society is helping add joy to those lives through the process of adoption. The 929 Coffee Bar, located at 106 East Main Street in downtown Starkville, has become the new hotspot for locals during the 2013 spring semester. The owners that created 929 Coffee Bar called themselves craftsmen due to the strategic time and thought they put into each detail. And their desire for this new local coffee shop is for the coffee and the atmosphere to bind the community together and to not only stop in for a quick drink, but to stay.
Community-wise, I mean, that was one of the biggest reasons we wanted to open it, is to create an area where we do have community. I think that's the beauty of a coffee shop. You know, it brings people together. We were very intentional about even the architecture in the shop. You know, we have these booths that kind of force you to sit by people. We have a huge community table downstairs that it's really neat. A lot of people sit together that don't know each other.
And bringing people together is just what this coffee bar is doing. They recently were voted People's Choice Best Coffee House in Starkville.
929 is definitely my favorite coffee shop to come to in Starkville because it's such a large space and I don't feel like I have to squeeze in some corner and sit at a little table, and I can spread out and work on stuff when I'm here.
The spacious facility, as well as the simplicity that details the store from top to bottom, makes it easy for all newcomers.
One of the biggest things that we have kind of overly trained our staff with is education. You know, assume everyone has not been in here for the first time. So one of my biggest tips is just, I feel like we do a good job making you feel welcome and making you understand the simplicity of our menu or the nuances in our menu. But Biggest tip I can say is just to step out there and try the coffee. Like, not even like something from the espresso machine, but just to try our brewed coffee, which I think has been really, really neat, because when you try that, I find that a lot of people don't even deviate from that because the brewed coffee in itself is so good.
929 Coffee Bar may be a new shop in Starkville, but seems to be making a name for themselves for many years to come. For Take 30 News in Starkville, I'm Meredith Garvin.